have been very specific in saying that we will not have permanent bases there. I will end the war as we understand it in combat missions.
Senator Obama?
But I want to make sure that we get all our combat troops out as quickly as we can safely. Now, the estimates are maybe that's 2 brigades per month. At that pace, it would be sometime in 2009.
Give us some sense of when you might start redeployments out of Iraq.
Well, I've said during the campaign, and I stick to this commitment, that as soon as I take office, I will call in the Joint Chiefs of Staff, my national security apparatus, and we will start executing a plan that draws down our troops. As plainly as I can. By August 31st, 2010, our combat mission in Iraq will end. We will retain a transitional force. We will retain a transitional force to carry out 3 distinct functions. This force will likely be made up of 35,000 to 50,000 U.S. troops. 35,000 to 50,000 U.S. troops.
That's right. Apparently everybody's coming home except for several dozen thousands of soldiers.
The units that will be left there will be characterized differently. They won't be called combat brigades. They will be called advisory and assistance brigade.
It sounds like the only difference between our combat troops that are there now and the combat troops that will be there a year from now is that we're calling them something else. But that can't be right.
They will be called advisory and assistance brigade.
Advisory and assistance brigade. Well, for a second I thought they'd still be in danger.
That's why at the beginning of this campaign I said, I'm not taking PAC money. I'm not taking money from federal lobbyists.
Doesn't say that these candidates taking PAC money, and he went on to say that he doesn't take PAC money.
Or lobbyists.
Or lobbyist money. So the question is that true?
Factcheck.org has looked into that before, not taking PAC money or federal lobbyist money. Here's what they said. Let's take a look at this. Obama is trying to create a distinction without much of a practical difference. Political Action Committee funds are pooled contributions from a company's employees or members. They went on to say, we're not really sure how a $5,000 contribution from a PAC would have more influence on a candidate than pooling money from individuals that still work for that company, sometimes have prominent roles in that company. As for the federal lobbyists, they call this hair splitting. They say it's true he doesn't accept contributions from individuals who are registered to do federal lobbying, but he does take money from their spouses and from people at firms where they work. And really quickly...
I disagree with the notion that lobbyists don't have disproportionate influence. Look, the insurance and the drug companies spent $1 billion in lobbying over the last 10 years. Now, Hillary, you were talking earlier about the efforts you made back in '93. Well, you can't tell me that money did not have a difference. The executive order on ethics I will sign shortly represents a clean break from business as usual. As of today, lobbyists will be subject to stricter limits than under any other administration in history. If you are a lobbyist entering my administration, you will not be able to work on matters you lobbied on or in the agencies you lobbied during the previous 2 years.
A reporter from Politico.com pressed President Obama yesterday about why he nominated a lobbyist to a senior post at the Defense Department after pledging his administration would be lobbyist-free.
As part of the reforms we're announcing today, top executives at firms receiving extraordinary help from U.S. taxpayers will have their compensation capped at $500,000. Firms receiving extraordinary help from U.S. taxpayers, compensation capped at $500,000.
The Wall Street Journal says the Obama administration will announce today a plan to hire a pay czar and drop the salary cap on companies receiving bailout money.
What is being talked about bonuses that do not exceed 1/3 of compensation.
The only way they could get the bonuses they're accustomed to is by hugely increasing their salaries to compensate. But obviously the only way they could do that was if their salaries weren't capped.
The Obama administration dropped the salary cap on companies receiving bailout money.
Obama just dropped the cap on...
I'll let you ask me a question tomorrow as to whether you thought the questions at the town hall meeting that the president conducted in Annandale.
That's not his point. His point is the control.
Exactly.
We have never had that in the White House. And we have had some.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll let you amend her question.
I'm amazed. I'm amazed at you people who call for openness and transparency.
And you haven't even heard the questions.
It doesn't matter. It's the process.
We have left those open the system. It's a pattern.
Which question did you object to at the town hall meeting, Helen?
It isn't the
What's a pattern?
It's a pattern of controlling the press.
How so? Is there any evidence currently going on that I'm controlling the press? Poorly, I might add.
Your formal engagements are prepackaged.
How so?
Well, and
How
controlling the
so?
public.
By calling reporters the night before, telling them they're going to be called on? That is shocking. Shocking.
The only effective opposition is through the concerted efforts of all the provinces. By uniting, we stand. By dividing, we fall.